Hey everybody, it is Zach and I am back, and today I've wanted to do a video I've wanted to do for a while now, but every time I filmed it, it messed up when I was like trying to upload it or things like that, or it's too big, and now I've got some of those issues figured out. So today I'm gonna do a haul of foods that fits on my keto diet. So I get asked so frequently, like, Zach, what do you eat? How do you do this? Like, what does your diet look like? Like, what do your meals look like? And so I wanted to give you a view into my world of what I eat. With that being said, a few things to preface with. One, I am single and live by myself, so that's one thing you have to take into account. Like, I don't have to feed a whole family, just have to feed myself, so that's one. Two, part of my job that I do full-time includes a meal plan at a dining hall on campus as part of my compensation, and as such, at least Monday through Friday, every lunchtime I eat in there because it's just part of my compensation and it makes sense financially, like being a fiscally responsible adult. And then I occasionally do eat a couple meals there outside of lunch. Like on the weekends I go for brunch because they have omelets and I really enjoy those. Things like that. So really those are the two main things. You're gonna look at this and be like, Zach, you don't have that much food there, and you'll probably be right. But it'll be enough to last me for a week or two, in addition to some things I already have in my kitchen. The first two things in my little tote that I carry all my groceries in are actually not related to keto. I'm going over to a friend's house tonight and bought a couple bottles of wine for a little Galentine's Day, so I'm looking forward to that. So these aren't keto, but they were in the bag. The first actual keto thing well, these call them Chicharones, but you know, you might know them by pork rinds, pork skins, fried pork skins, and so bear with me, because I think for a lot of people this is a weird part of my diet, right? Like, gross, and or how can this be healthy? But they are great to replace like the crunchiness of chips if you're a big chip lover, which I was. And they have 0 carbs in them. Like, there's no carb. Well, these kinds, because they're the hot and spicy kind, because I enjoy hot and spicy things, do have less than 1 gram per serving. So probably if you have more than 1 serving, it'll probably end up adding up to 1 full gram of carbs. And that's probably from the seasoning that's on it. But otherwise, 0 carbs. You just have to, like, forget what these are. Like, you have to forget that this is like fried pig skin, essentially, I think. I don't know. Gross, I know. I just try not to think about that. But this is good for dipping in dips. I usually dip it in like a Lay's ranch dip thing that is also fairly low carb, or in a buffalo chicken dip that I'm gonna make tonight for my dinner before going over to my friends. So that's item number 1. The next item is, oh, there's my receipt, is Green Giant makes these riced veggies, and so I get it. Like, I could probably get broccoli and cauliflower and get a food processor and do all of this myself with fresh veggies, but one of the things that I like about keto is that I can make it work for my diet, and there's beginning to be lots of things out there that are really helpful. And so, like, I am not a master chef by any means. I'm not a good home cook. I would not win at Chopped. But I found things that have worked for me and have helped me be successful. These rice veggies being one of them. Per serving, they have 2 grams of net carbs. Net carbs meaning the total carbs minus the dietary fiber in it. So there's 4 carbs altogether if you don't keep track of net carbs. But I love these. I will mix them up with some like olive oil and a little salt and pepper and put them on a baking sheet and roast it in my oven. And that's my preferred way, but people make like chicken fried cauli rice and things like that. This is particularly cauliflower and broccoli, but I've gotten just cauliflower before. The next item, I mentioned earlier, I enjoy some spicy hotness, and so I love Frank's Red Hot sauce, the original kind. No carbs per serving. I put it on my eggs. I make a great buffalo chicken dip that I enjoy. I just like would put this on everything, and I don't care or know what that says about me, but I'm here for it. I did get these taco seasoning mixes. This is the first time I've done it, and I'm a little hesitant because there are like 3 grams of carbs per serving. So I don't know, I'm a little hesitant about that. But I want to switch up my chicken game, so I'm thinking about putting this on like, I often like slow cook in my like crock pot, just chicken and shred it up, and I'm thinking about trying this with it. And they were like 50 cents a packet, so I figured no harm, no foul if it doesn't taste good. The next one, I literally never leave the grocery store without at least 2 packs of shredded cheese. The real keto life hack is that you can avoid carbs with cheese if you just shred cheese yourself. So if you buy it like this, shredded already, each serving will have 1 gram of carbs, and that's because they put like potato starch in the packages to prevent like clumping of the cheese and things like that. But again, I'm lazy. I want to make this diet work for me, and I don't have the means or time to shred my own cheese. So this is what works for me. So do what works for you. That's my #1 keto pro tip. This is just a Diet Coke for me to eat with my dinner tonight, or drink with my dinner tonight. But I do drink a lot of Diet Coke, and I think that that's like, I don't know, some people are like, that's still not healthy, aspartame, etc. Okay, I hear ya, girl. I hear ya. I just have a caffeine vice in my life. My next item is pepperoni. I love to eat pepperoni as like a snack. I get the 50% less sodium one because, I don't know, it really just tastes better to me than Hormel's normal pepperoni. And honestly, like, I would prefer not to get Hormel at all. The Jewel I went to used to have this great, like, generic brand, and then they just stopped stocking it for some reason. I know, it's tragic, but it tasted a lot better than Hormel, to be honest with you. It was my favorite. My next item is just some chicken. Like I said, I actually have some frozen still in my fridge, but I eat chicken the most of everything, so usually when there's like good prices and things like that, I'll buy some anyways. And I'm probably going to try that taco seasoning with it in the slow cooker. I do a lot of things in the crock pot just because it's really easy for me. Like, I don't really know actually how to cook, but the crock pot is a lifesaver. The next item is some heavy whipping cream. I've been really hesitant. So a lot of people in the keto world know about bulletproof coffee, and a lot of people drink that, and that usually calls for like heavy cream, I think like coconut oil, and then some combination of heavy cream, coconut oil, and grass-fed butter, i.e. butter that comes from a grass-fed cow. I don't know, I haven't really allowed myself to get that to the point of putting butter in my coffee. I know people swear by it and think it's great, but I did start putting heavy whipping cream instead of half and half, and it just tastes so good, and also helps keep me satiated, I think because of the higher like fat content than like half and half. Plus it has less carbs than half and half. It only has a carb per serving, so I'm avoiding like extra carbs. So yeah, and I started getting this since I started drinking coffee here in my apartment, which I haven't actually been done for that long. I've only had my own coffee maker since December. Isn't that crazy? The next 2 items are these fruit punch drink mixes. They're like generic Crystal Light, essentially. I love them. So good. They do not have any carbs in them, but they do have some calories, which I'm not even really, to be honest, sure where those calories come from, because almost everything else in the back of this like nutrition label is 0. So I really enjoy this. It helps make water less boring for me. I like to keep these in stock. I haven't had any in my apartment lately, but also haven't had time to go get any. So I've been drinking really boring water, but I'm excited for this. I'm glad to have it back in my life. And then the last thing that I have is some cans of chicken. I know, like, you're like, Zach, you just showed us like actual like chicken. I don't disagree with you, but for some reason well, one, this is quicker and I'm hungry and I need this buffalo chicken dip now, but for some reason this to me tastes better in buffalo chicken dip than the actual chicken. So I don't know what kind of like what that says about me, and like I don't know. I mean, I'll let you tell me in the comments down below what liking some canned chicken says about me. So, you know, feel free to leave those thoughts for better or worse down below. So yeah, so there are a few other things that are like staples for me. I usually do keep eggs on hand. I have plenty in my fridge right now, which is why I didn't get any more. And I haven't been going through them as quickly lately, so that's why I didn't go ahead and just get more. I also keep usually multiple bottles of hot sauce on hand. I don't actually have any right now, but I usually keep bacon on hand as well. And then usually I would get spaghetti squash or some lettuce or things like that. But I was not satisfied with the spaghetti squash, the size of the spaghetti squash that they had at the store, and I have some lettuce in my fridge currently as we speak. So that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. I do kind of plan on showing some more about like what I eat. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a what I eat in a day thing, which can kind of be tricky because I'd have to film part of that probably in a cafeteria here on campus. So, you know, I'm thinking about what that might look like, but if you like these types of videos, please let me know by commenting down below, clicking the like button, you know, that thumbs up button, and subscribing. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out and helps me know what kinds of videos you guys like watching. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!